They may be small, but boy are these little critters powerful. There are over 12,000 ant species worldwide. The bullet ant is said to have the most painful sting in the world. Living in humid jungle conditions such as the Amazon, their sting has been compared to being hit by a bullet. Ouch! Fire ants cause over $3 billion worth of damage a year. North America's red imported fire ant might only be little, but the tiny critters have a painful bite which causes a burning sensation, hence the name fire ant, which costs the US millions in veterinary and medical bills every year. They've also been known to cause damage to farmers' crops. Ants are the longest living insects. Unlike some bugs who might only live for days or even hours, the queen ant of one particular species, the Pogonomyrmex oehii, can live up to 30 years, so be careful not to stand on her. The ant is one of the world's strongest creatures in relation to its size. A single ant can carry 50 times its own body weight, and they'll even work together to move bigger objects as a group. Ants work together to carry leaves and twigs back to their nests. Ants hold the record for the fastest movement in the animal kingdom. The aptly named species of trapjaw ant can close its jaws at 140 miles per hour, which it uses to kill its prey or injure predators. Ants don't have ears, and some of them don't have eyes. Ants listen by feeling vibrations from the ground through their feet, and eyeless ants such as the driver ant species can communicate by using their antennae. Plus, they can send chemical signals, called pheromones, released through their body to send messages to other ants. They send out warnings when danger's near, leave trails of pheromones leading to food sources and even use them to attract a mate, a sort of ant love potion. The largest ant's nest ever found was over 3,700 miles wide. Found in Argentina in 2000, the ginormous colony housed 33 ant populations which had merged into one giant super colony, with millions of nests and billions of workers. The colony, also called a formicary, is made up of one or more egg-laying queens and a large amount of female worker ants who tend to her, build and maintain the nest, forage for food and care for the young. Male ants have wings and their only function is to mate with the queen. The phrase "a lot" is an understatement when describing the amount of ants currently in existence. To put things in perspective, it is estimated that there are around 1 million ants for every one human in the world. Ants have pretty much conquered the entire globe. With the exception of Antarctica, the Arctic, and a handful of islands, there is at least one native species of ant found on every continent. Entomologist Ted Schultz says that ant presence across the world is arguably the greatest success story in the history of terrestrial metazoa. That's right, ants have two stomachs, and it's not because they are greedy. One of their stomachs is for holding food for their own consumption, and the second one is to hold food to be shared with other ants. This process is known as trophallaxis and allows an ant colony to work extremely efficiently. It allows for the ants who forage for food to feed those which stay behind and tend to the duties of the queen and the nest. Well, not all ants can swim, it depends on the species. They haven't mastered the butterfly or breaststroke yet, but they do have the ability to survive in water by using their own version of the doggy paddle, and can also float for long periods of time. To put it simply, ants are amazing survivors. Not only can they hold their breath underwater for long periods of time, but they will also build lifeboats to survive floods. It can be especially dangerous when fire ants do this. One ant species is exclusively female. Researchers have yet to find a male of the species M. smithii. The queen ant reproduces asexually, so all offspring are clones of the queen. This species is found in several countries of Central America, and most countries of South America. A few islands such as Greenland do not have any native ant species, but individual ants have been brought in through human travel.